rights of American citizens.
So,
y'all hear that?
Congresswoman, what's the end game here? Because at the end of the day, you can't put the AI genie back in the bottle, and it's so easy to use these technologies in the way that you're suspecting the IRS is. How do you protect American citizens and our constitutional rights?
Well, one of the things is we need a new administration in November, because this administration has been absolutely lawless in terms of its surveillance of us, of members of Congress, of local officials, of people who are protesters, of voters. This administration has completely ignored the Bill of Rights, whether it's the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment. They have weaponized the government against us. So one of the things we have to do is we have to have a new administration come this November. What we have learned.
Okay. So let's talk about it, because I know some of you guys are wondering, how did we even get this far? How did we even get to this point? Y'all know we talk about a lot of things in Business Tea. And last year I started telling you about some changes that were happening with the with the Supreme Court, some things that were happening with like interest rates. I was telling you guys about little things that the Biden administration was passing here and there, and how they were wrapping other things up inside of other bills, and a lot of people did not know what was going on. Y'all tap the screen, everybody like, so we can go ahead and get started. And while y'all are tapping, I'm going to play this short interview, okay, again, and then I'm going to break down to you guys what the Supreme Court voted on unanimously around like kind of end of April, early May of last year, which brings us to where we are now. Okay, so hopefully this makes sense. And if y'all know anybody that pays taxes, go ahead, share and invite, get them in here.
Is that the IRS, in fact, has been using AI to access bank accounts of American citizens without any kind of a search warrant or even.
Now, I know y'all are wondering, how can they just be all up inside of all of our bank accounts? Because they said Americans. So if you live in America and you have a bank account, guess what? Maybe they're all up in your stuff too. Now, okay, is y'all ready? Y'all ready, or y'all want me to give you a few more seconds for everybody to get up in here? What y'all want to do? Y'all keep tapping the screen. Let me know. Is you ready or no? Ready, or no? Let me know what's up. Hey, Scene Stiller. Thank you, baby doll. Hey, Alexa T. Hey, Verona. Okay, I see the readies coming through. All right. So were you, have any of you guys heard about this Poselli versus the IRS case? Anybody heard of this? Because this is really how the IRS was able to get this power. Okay, and before we get into there, has anybody heard of the Inflation Reduction Act? Because baby, a lot of this is marketing. They're really, hey Elena, they're really, really good at naming stuff. So you haven't heard of the case or the Inflation Reduction Act? Because I'm trying to figure out, because they both tie in together, and it will help all of this make sense as to why the IRS is all inside of everybody's bank account right now. Neither on both? Okay, so the Biden's administration, they went on this whole campaign, I guess like about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, talking about, inflation is rising, it's hurting American people's pockets, and, Americans are basically being priced out of everyday life, and we can barely afford, gas and food, and I'm going to do something about it, and I'm going to introduce this Inflation Reduction Act, which was a bunch of bull crap. Okay. And I was rolling my eyes as I was listening to it and reading through it. So he says that this Inflation Reduction Act is going to generate over 700 million, dollars, or was it 700 billion? I think it may have been 700 billion for American families. But he did not say this is because he was giving the IRS additional funds. Okay. So basically, he gave the IRS an additional $80 million, which is crazy because y'all know that we still have people in Flint that don't even have clean drinking water. Okay. And y'all know they're sending money across the seas to fund these wars and these battles like crazy. Y'all, please make sure y'all are tapping my screen and hit me up with 1 cent hearts, because whenever we talk about stuff like this on the live, I get suppressed and I don't want them to hit me with spreading false information. Okay. So I really need y'all tapping the screen. I need y'all flooding with 1 cent gifts. I need y'all working the comments tonight. And I also need y'all sharing, because all of that counters when we have these types of conversations. I need the same thing happening over on YouTube and Facebook. I need everybody sharing, hearting the screen. Y'all need to like all that kind of stuff, because I know y'all love it whenever I do topics like this in business tea, but y'all, my accounts take gigantic hits. Like, this is why I'm shadow banned right now. Okay. And so for me, I'm not looking for monetization from this. I'm trying to protect my account. Okay. So anyways, he says, well, we're going to hire an additional 87,000 IRS agents. And I know some of you guys are like, well, that's not that big of a deal to me, but it is that big of a deal to you, especially if you're in my audience and you're a side hustler or you're a small business owner. Okay. And also, if you're an individual and you're making under $30,000 a year, you're more likely to be audited than you're more likely to be audited than an American W-2 that's making 6 figures. You know why you're more likely to be audited? Because there's more people in the population that are in that earning bucket than in the larger one. If you're a Black business owner, they actually did a study and they released the data in January of 2023. That's just the top of last year. Okay. And it involves some university researchers and the Treasury Department. And basically they found that the IRS data-driven algorithm systems selects Black taxpayers for audits up to 4.7 times the rate of non-Black taxpayers. So basically, if you're Black and you got a job, or you're Black and you have a business, you're more likely to be audited already. And now they have released this AI system. And inside of the AI, y'all, hold on, let me answer the door.
Hey, family.
Hey. What's going on?
What in the white woman are we looking at?
We're doing business tea, and I'm breaking down to the kingdom about the.
Girl, do your business.
I'll holler at y'all a little later.
All right, sweet. I feel it. We good. Oh, how you, baby?
Hi.
I'm a little tired, but we pushing.
Oh no, we were trying to get you to be a partner, but you're busy.
If y'all need to run some 2x2s, just mute me.
Oh, hey, family man.
Huh? Yeah, y'all just mute me. We getting it in. Y'all just mute me. Okay.
We'll keep it like this then, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go pick her up.
Thank you.
Make sure y'all go pick her up. All right, y'all, remember, family, 12 taps is 3 free points, y'all. 12 taps, 3 free points, and if all you
Okay, y'all, this works out perfect because I need y'all tapping the screen and sending little 1 cent gifts to help protect the account anyway. So do your thug thizzle. If we got something that's going to expire, fire off them gloves and all this stuff. But let's continue. All right, if you're just getting here, y'all, we're talking about the Inflation Reduction Act, okay? Because a lot of you guys were unfamiliar that thing existed. So anyway, this has already been passed. So Biden says we're going to give the IRS an extra $80 million. We're going to hire 87,000 more agents. And again, if you are an American citizen and you're an individual and you're making under $30,000 a year, you're more likely to be audited than someone that's in the 6-figure bucket. Okay. Now, if you are out here in these streets and you're a small business owner and you're Black, or you're Black and you have a side hustle, you're more likely to be audited. And this is according to the Treasury Department. Okay. This is according to the independent researchers at all these different universities as well. You're 4.7 times more likely to be audited, okay, than the rate of a non-Black taxpayer. Let that sizzle in your spirit, okay? Let that sink into your mind. Let that sink into your mind. Okay. So now, last year, there is this case, and this case is Posey versus the IRS. And I may be mispronouncing the last name. Polselli, if y'all want to go and look up the case. Okay? You can go look it up. I'm going to give you the quick and dirty on it, which is why the IRS is using AI, and they're all inside of all of our accounts right now without you even knowing what's happening inside of the account. Okay. So anyway, this is a unanimous opinion. So this means all of the judges voted. All of the judges voted. All of them. Oh, y'all hurry up. We need 2 more 1 cent points. Hurry up, hurry up. Oh, snap. Woo, baby. All right. So in this unanimous opinion, what the Supreme Court did is they ruled that the IRS does not need to provide notice to innocent bank account holders when the summons are issued in aid of collection of delinquent taxpayers and tax assessments. Okay? So what this means is you could be considered a third party. You may not even have delinquent taxes. You may not have even been summoned. There may not be a warrant out on your behalf, but because you know somebody, or you're affiliated with someone, or you're married to someone, or you're the mom of someone, or the son or daughter of someone, or you're a friend of someone, or you've done business with someone who they're saying that they're investigating or could be out of compliance, then they can get all up in your accounts and through your stuff. And they can see everything that's in and out of your Cash App. They can see every withdrawal. They can see every deposit. Okay. That's why you started seeing Cash App and stuff like that started getting like super duper strict all of a sudden out of nowhere. This is why you started seeing like Zelle, and why some of you guys, when you actually go to the bank and you make a cash deposit, back in the day, if you were depositing $10,000 or more, you had to sign and you had to show your ID, and you had to do the fingerprint. Well, they've even knocked that down to if you're doing $5,000 or more, because they're really trying to get people out of the habits of using cash. So y'all need to understand this is like very serious what's going on. Okay. Now, what's super crazy is that March of this year, the House Republicans were like, pretty much, we believe that the IRS and the Department of Justice, that they're using AI to monitor the bank accounts and the financial information. So it's not just your banks, it's also your financial information, okay? Without any type of due process or any type of legal process. Then they were like, the IRS is also specifically using artificial intelligence to audit 75 large partnerships that have assets of over $10 billion, and that they're also monitoring any of you guys that are like protesters, or you're signed up in organizations, you know what I mean, to say we disagree with different things that are happening in the government. They're like, yeah, we definitely monitoring those people. They're like, yeah, we definitely looking to see what they got going on. Nuts. Okay. So then the IRS comes back and they're like, well, we are using AI to identify, to see if there are any indications of non-compliance, which leads us to where we are here in this story, that the IRS can access your account without a search warrant. This is why they're out here monitoring everybody's stuff right now. Crazy or not?
Appreciate y'all so much. Thank you for the heart.
Let's see, y'all on a pause. Everybody follow MVP Vogue Room LLC. Follow Glorious Locks SNHB. Follow Lady Thompson. Those are our top 3 bubbles. Follow. Okay. Uh-oh. Y'all run. Oh, I see it. Okay.
Double tap, family. Double tap. Double tap. Double tap.
But is everybody picking up what I'm putting down right now?
Double tap some roses.
This is a whole situation. Okay, this is how we have gotten here. So at this point, the IRS isn't denying it anymore, but they're saying, well, we have to monitor. We're like just, trying to see if people are being non-compliant. And if there are any indications that someone's being, and remember, indication, that doesn't mean that you actually are non-compliant. And y'all know I've had my entanglement with the IRS. It was not nice. It was very hard. It was probably one of the most difficult times in my life. Okay, they came in, levied levied my accounts. They put all kinds of liens against me, all for them to go through all these audits and investigations and tie up my money for like over a year, for them basically to come back and say, oh, like you're in compliance with everything, release all the liens against me. You know what I'm saying? We're still going, I think they have up to 3 or 4 years or something to return the money that they levied out of my account, but all for them to be able to close and say like, oh, our bad. Because at the end of the day, by the time we got all of it done, I was actually overpaying and they ended up owing me money. I am telling y'all, this is insane. Okay, this is absolutely, positively, 100% insane that they are able to do this right now. Okay, now back to this case, okay, in the Poselli versus the IRS, because basically they were like, you owe, okay, out here in the IRS streets, and they started getting all into his wife's bank accounts. Okay, now I told y'all the IRS does a lot of stuff that's illegal on a regular basis. Okay, they do a lot of stuff that's illegal on a regular basis, and baby, this is no different. Y'all, please make sure y'all are tapping that screen. Lady Thompson, thank you for the confettis. Scene still a one. Thank you for my mariachi hat, lady. Don't block me. Thank you for the money gun, my love. Okay. Bogroom, thank you for my mariachi hats. Glorious Locks, thank you for my hats. I'm Jay Janice, thank you for my heart puffs. Okay. Now, look, I'm going to give y'all the quick and dirty, but if y'all want to go and look up this case, you can go and look it up yourself and you can read through all of the opinions, okay, that were formed, okay? Number one, a summons must be issued in aid of collection. So this is if you're the actual person, said person that owes taxes, okay? Number two, it must aid the collection of an assessment made or judgment rendered. That's the tricky language right there. Okay, so it says a summons can be issued to you. Okay, or it says it can aid, like they can go into your account if it's going to aid them in the collection of an assessment made or a judgment rendered. So this goes back to that third party stuff that I was telling y'all about. So number two is what puts any of us up for grabs, which is crazy. This is crazy. This is insane. Okay. Number three, it must aid the collection of assessments or judgments against the person with respect to whose liability the summons is issued. So technically, the IRS literally could say, well, you know, we needed to access your account because you're one of Ashley Ann's clients. And so this could help us, you know what I mean? This could assist us in her summons. It's a bunch of bull crap. Y'all understand there's no clear designation on the third party. And this is why now the IRS is monitoring everyone's bank account in the United States, and they didn't give any notice. There's no warrants against you. There's no summons placed against you. Now they're saying, oh, we're monitoring because we're trying to make sure that there's no non-compliance. And they specifically are targeting, I'm letting you know, if you're a small business owner and you're generating over $250,000 in revenue, they're absolutely positively targeting you. Over $400,000, they're targeting you. They're looking specifically people that are $100,000 to $400,000 because typically that means that your firm does not earn enough money to be able to support a full accounting or CPA team. So therefore, you probably are going to struggle with the tax compliance side. Yeah, it's real wild. It's crazy. It's crazy out here in these streets. Okay, so let me finish playing this for y'all. Hold on. Let me thank everybody. Thank you for everybody that's tapping and gifting, by the way. Y'all give it up to our MVP, Janelle Nail Tech Business, Bogroom LLC at number 2, Glorious Locks SNHB at number 3. Special shout out to Don't Block Me and Scene Stiller. Y'all please follow our top 3, MVP, Janelle Nail Tech, Bogroom, Glorious Locks.
Sharon, hey Sharon, and Candy Yams. Hey,
We
babe.
need to for the cartel.
See.
True. Thank y'all.
Y'all, keep tapping. Go look up this
Hold on, wait
case.
a minute. Two-String, it said a miss for us. You sure it's a glove, Two-String? Because it said miss for us.
Y'all, side note, y'all are playing great. Y'all are playing amazing. The fact that we can go through business T and still battle is tremendous, okay? All right, so Polselli is spelled Polselli. Polselli. Okay, Polselli. That is that's Polselli, okay? So, but that's the summary, okay? So, long story long, the IRS isn't required to notify a third party that is not under investigation in order to obtain a summons, which is really wild because if they're summoning you, they have to send notification to you. But if they are trying to get a summons, they're trying to get a warrant, they're trying to get a judgment against someone, they absolutely can use people around them or affiliated with them or whatever it is with a third party all up and in your accounts. And now they're saying they're trying to make sure that, there's no indication of non-compliance, which is why they're all up in everybody's stuff. And this is also why they're trying to make a push for us to be a cashless society, because it's going to give them more control. Because y'all got to think about it. Players that keep, a jump bag and they keep a couple dollars, at the house and the wall or wherever they got it hidden at, they can make a lot of transactions without it always having to swipe their cards. And I'm going to tell you this, it sucks for them to come in and freeze your accounts. Ask anybody that's had them come in and freeze your accounts. Now, could you imagine them coming in and freezing your accounts and you have no additional funds and you don't have any cash on hands because now we're in a cashless society, so everything is digital? And if they've gotten to that state, whenever they're trying to get, you're like, okay, I want to make a payment arrangement with you or whatever you got going on in the midst of it, baby, if you're like, oh, my minimum on my credit cards are this, they're like, oh, we don't care. That's an unnecessary bill. So they've frozen your accounts. And if you don't have cash on hand, then they're going to tell you that what you're using to maintain is unnecessary. It is nuts. Insane. Insanity. So I'm going to play the rest of this for y'all. Okay. This is a very short interview. Okay. And then we'll move on to the next topic. For those of you, if this is your first time in business tea, we hit a few topics and then we come back and everybody discusses. So there's no way to protect your funds, baby. Like I said, you better have the cash in the house.
Specific claim that they have committed a crime. So this was something that was discovered by an undercover journalist, and what they found is that the IRS has claimed that they have access to every single person's bank account. This person also indicated that they've been working with the Department of Justice and that they have absolutely no problem whatsoever going after the little guy to make sure that they are paying their taxes. This is such a blatant violation of the Fourth Amendment that Jim Jordan and I sent a letter to the IRS demanding that they provide additional information about what they are doing with AI and what they are doing to protect the civil rights of American citizens.
So, Congresswoman, what's the end game here? Because at the end of the day, you can't put the AI genie back in the bottle, and it's so easy to use these technologies in the way that you're suspecting the IRS is. How do you protect American citizens and our constitutional rights?
Well, one of the things is we need a new administration in November, because this administration has been absolutely lawless in terms of its surveillance of us, of members of Congress, of local officials, of people who are protesters, of voters. This administration has completely ignored the Bill of Rights, whether it's the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment. They have weaponized the government against us. So one of the things we have to do is we have to have a new administration come this November. What we have learned.
Bam, y'all. That's where we at out here in these streets. Okay. So y'all do with the information what you will. We moving on to our next story. Any questions, any commentary you got, baby, hold it to the end, because we definitely will be back out here in these streets. Okay. And we're going to talk about it. Next. Instagram want you to pay them a monthly fee for your content to be seen in these streets. This is right. Okay, glove on the board, you guys. Y'all can't see me because I'm blacked out, but tap the glove, send your gifts. All right. Meta is expanding its paid verification services for businesses. Now, I understand Meta, needs to collect a bag, and I guess they feel like it went over really well as far as people paying the $14.99 a month to be verified. Oh, y'all said we got sniped, baby. Y'all better be learning. As I said, in these 2v2s, y'all better be on end defender alert. Y'all gonna get tired of getting sniped. But in the meantime, MVP, the Vogue Room LLC, Janelle Nail Tech Business, Glorious Locks SNHB. Special shout out to Lady Thompson and Renee. Y'all please follow Vogue Room LLC, Janelle Nail Tech Business, and Glorious Locks SNHB. Okay, so basically, a lot of you guys paid $14.99 so you can be verified on Meta, and we've all known that they're suppressing everybody's content for a long time. You would bring this up to them, they would keep trying to deny it. We're like, yo, we're not crazy. All of us know what's going on. There's been a significant change in the algorithm. People are losing significant amounts of followers, not just on Instagram, but also on Facebook as well. Okay, so when you pay this $12 to $14.99, depending on where you purchased it, okay, what you're supposed to get is your verified badge. They're supposed to give you guys some type of chat support. And with the new expansion, you guys are going to get images and descriptions that you can use for your links. So basically, they're trying to knock Linktree, Milkshake, like all of the Linktree types of apps, trying to basically put them out of business. But y'all know this is not uncommon of what Meta does. They love to go and cannibalize other companies if they can't buy them. Okay. Next, you are supposed to appear near the top of the search results. And you're also supposed to be able to get support, against people impersonating your accounts. Now, if you want to pay $45 a month, you get all of the benefits from the standard account. You're supposed to get prioritized support to help resolve your issues. You get to show 3 addresses. So this is good for any of you guys that have like physical locations. You're supposed to show 3 related accounts. So some of you guys have multiple Instagram accounts and Facebook accounts. Those will all be shown as well. You're also supposed to get, I thought this was cool, that they would give you 2 links to 2 reels per month. So y'all know right now in the reels, everybody doesn't have the ability to actually put a link to purchase a product or to buy something. So this is something that they're offering in this, and then you would be a featured account, which means they will now push your content. Okay. If you pay $120 a month, what you get is 1 employee impersonation protection package. So you'll have yours and a member of your team. You get prioritized customer support. So I guess over the $45 people and the $14.99 people, you will get, you can request a call from an agent. So if you actually need to talk to somebody, you can request a call. Okay. You can enjoy exclusive access to the new Meta Verified Business Support Home for chat and self-service and help. Thank you, Glorious Locks. Thank you so much. So apparently they're going to create a new dashboard, and you will get access to the new dashboard. Thank you, Vogue Room. Thank you, Glorious Locks. All right. Next, you will get to show 6 addresses, and you will get to show 6 related pages. And you will also get 4 links and reels per month. Thank you, Janelle. That was gorgeous. Thank you. Okay. Now, if you're willing to put down a whopping $350 a month, you will get the employee impersonation support. Okay, on multiple accounts, I guess just for everybody on your team. I didn't see a number, or if there was a number, I missed it. You're going to get a dedicated monitor, okay, to help expedite any resolutions that you need. Yeah, Glorious, you better work, girl. Okay. You are going to get to show 10 addresses. So this is what makes me think that this package is designed for corporations or maybe people that have like franchises or multiple, maybe urgent cares or doctor's offices. Maybe you own a bunch of restaurants or cleaners or something like that. Okay. You also are going to get 10 related accounts. You are going to be the most featured. So everybody else is featured, but you're going to be the most featured out of everybody, which means basically they're going to push your content more. You're supposed to get 8 links in the reels per month, and you get a prioritize on ad review. And if any of you guys have been running ads on Meta, you notice like they used to like approve your ads instantly. Are they talking to me? Okay. You're supposed to, like back in the day, they used to approve your ads instantly. Now, sometimes it takes a day or two to get your ads approved. And I literally have been wondering what happened and why there was a slowdown in approving your ads. But now I know they slowed it down intentionally. So that way they would have the ability to make this a feature that you could get instant ad approval or instant reviews in your ad approval. Thank you. Hey, thank you, Glorious Locks. Let's see, Vogue Room. Thank you, Janelle. Thank you for my gorgeous swans. Thank you for dropping that glove, girl. That was right on time. Okay. Y'all, please follow our top 3. Follow our MVP, Janelle Nail Tech Business. Our number 2, Glorious Locks, SNHB. Our number 3, The Vogue Room, LLC. And a special shout out to Scene Stiller 1 and Kelly in the building.
Boo. Bryce, don't you need to be in the bed, baby?
Okay. So, with Meta being out here in these streets.
I don't know why you didn't get a glove the first time, bro. He did. No, he got a stun. Why don't they give you a glove to finish? Actually, they just keep playing with you. Thank you, Possums.
All right, you guys. Now, what do I foresee happening in the future? This is just a guess, okay? But y'all know I've been pretty good with my guesses in the past. I've been pretty spot on. I feel like this is pretty much the nail in the coffin for Meta. Facebook may be able to hang out in there because they got a lot of true bluers and they have a lot of the older demographics that are over there. Okay. But when it comes to the gram, everyone has asked Instagram for very specific things for years. Everyone said we want a chronological timeline back. Everyone says that they miss having a universal explore page. Every single creator has complained about their content being suppressed, right? Everybody has talked about how even I've experienced it, y'all, and I have to work extra hard on Instagram now. And I didn't really used to have to work that hard before, but I have to post like almost 3 times to get the same amount of impressions, because before I could post up a video and my video would get 40,000-50,000 views. And now I post a video, it may take me like 3 days to get to 60,000 views. I used to have videos on a regular that were up at 300, 400,000, 500,000 views. Now we're averaging like 65, 75,000 views. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful for those, because it's a lot of people that fell off, you know what I mean? They were at 10,000 views and now they're barely getting, 1,000. You'll see people back in the day when they used to post, because you'll go look at their accounts, they have like 35,000 followers and they're posting and only getting 3 likes. I know everybody has seen it. There have been so many people that are complaining about this. There have been so many people trying to figure out what's going on. I've also noticed a lot of accounts switching over strictly to only being reels only. They're reels only now. That's all that they are. They don't even try and do carousels, stagnant posts, nothing. They're reels only, because there's been such a drastic change in the algorithm and people's content is being like super suppressed at this point. So the fact that they're trying to roll this out like, oh, we're expanding the verification services. No, the reality is they're hoping that they can get a gaggle of people to pay to get their content seen. And I do think that you'll probably probably definitely, I can see this being advantageous for businesses. I can see this maybe being advantageous for like a true creator. However, it's going to backfire, because what's going to happen is all the rest of the general public, the regular population, the people that consume content that you need to see on there on a regular basis, they are going to leave. They're going to stop coming to the platform. Even if they're able to accomplish their goal and get forcing TikTok to sell, and I still don't think that that's going to happen. I just don't. People will go to YouTube. People will go to Discord. People will go to Twitch. People will go to Bigo. Okay. People will find somewhere else to go. Okay. You said, I know you lying. How we missed the speed, baby. I don't know how we missed the speed, but in defenders, y'all know what to do. Okay, in defenders, like this is easy on the cool. The in defenders got it. Y'all go in though at 10. Okay, y'all go in at 10. But like, so what is going to happen? Because this is my thing. I know people love to say all the time, I just post, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? I don't care, you know, if people see my content, I don't care if I'm getting likes and views and blah 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 blah. Baby, be lying. You may not be out here trying to go viral, but anytime you take the time to actually create curated content, anytime you take the time to edit, anytime you take the time to research the topics, the trends, the hashtags, anytime you're trying to produce content that's for your audience, that's for your community on a regular basis, you want it to be seen. You may not want it to be seen by millions of people, but you want it to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you're just trying to get it seen, let's say you got 1,000 followers and you would love for 100 or 150 of them to see it. You want them to see it. If you're an artist or a creative person, like with music or a painter or sculptor, or you draw or you do oil or something, you want people to be able to see what you've created. You want to be able to have conversations with people. You want to see people's comments. You want to see the thoughts, right? Y'all better come through on them pinatas. Y'all better come through, Janelle and Queen Niche, Glorious Locks. That was amazing. Y'all follow our MVP, Janelle Nail Tech Business. Janelle's been MVP like 5 times tonight. Number 2, Glorious Locks, SNHB. Queen Niche 11 in the building. Number 3, follow our top 3. Special shout out to Vogue Room LLC and Rhea. Y'all, that was amazing.
Gosh.
Thank you, guys.
Shit.
Thank you, guys.
Yo, Cartel, good shit, bro. Appreciate it.
Good job.
Good honey, thank you, love. Velvet, thank you.
Janelle Nail Tech, number 1, MVP, Glorious Locks, SNHB. Number 2, number 3, Queen Niche 11. Let's go.
Hey, yo.
Way to fight back, y'all.
Hey, yo, that glove would have hit every time. That glove would have hit every time.
All right, y'all. Keep tapping that screen. So this is King Ashley Ann's recommendation on the business side. When it comes down to all of this meta stuff and everything that's going on, this is why I've told y'all, this is why I have told y'all over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, you need to have a Discord, a Slack. You need to have your own community. Y'all know I told y'all at the top of the year, we're working on trying to transition away from Facebook, because I noticed even inside of the groups, it doesn't, when we post something, everybody doesn't get a notification. Even when we do everyone doesn't get to see it, right? Also, I know a lot of people, they're like, oh, I think TikTok's going to go away. Okay, push people into your YouTube, push people over to a Bigo, but more importantly, push them to a private portal. Because at the end of the day, if people know that they're being fed content from advertisers, I've told y'all this all the time, nobody likes to be advertised to all the time. And people like to use social media to socialize with their friends and family. They like to be able to keep up, right? That's what they like to do. People don't just want to get walking, talking advertisements constantly. That's not what people want. And if you're an individual and you're spending time creating content, you're spending time researching, you're spending time doing your hashtags, you're spending time on your research, you're doing all of these things. Y'all don't forget to rotate down to our team members. Ooh, I don't think we're going to hit it. Oh gosh, y'all, I think we got some new battlers. Y'all, whenever that happens, you give me a heart puff and you immediately go to our team member and give them a heart puff. And it account is 2. So like when y'all give a heart puff, only one of them counts for me. And then y'all have to go and give them one and it counts. You said you want to cuss, girl, okay? Because we got more than enough people to hit that. Anyway, but long story long, if people's content is always suppressed, people are going to get discouraged and they're going to stop producing. And I see it happening already. So y'all know on Instagram, I have like over 1 million followers over there, right? So before I get ready to go live, Instagram tells you there are this many of your people live. So let's push it right now. It says there, I mean, not live, it'll say there are this many of your people that are active. Okay. So let's go in here like we're going to go live. Now, y'all have over 1 million followers. It says 332 of my followers are active right now. That's not even 1%. Because I'm telling y'all, people in Instagram knows this. People are not on the app as much. It's not just TikTok. People did a return to Snapchat. You also have a lot of people, not only with a return to Snapchat, you have people like, y'all know YouTube introduced YouTube Shorts and you can make money with your YouTube Shorts as well. You had an introduction of Bigo. You have a lot of creators on Twitch. They're picking up a lot of steam. So there's so many places where people can go. And you also have people moving back and more into like a Web3 model where people are going to subscribe and support individual channels and individual people that they actually like. You see what I'm saying? So you have all of this happening at one time. And I think that Instagram feels like, oh, if we get rid of TikTok, everyone's going to run back over here. Well, if regular people are creating content and their friends and family can't even see it, you know what I'm saying? They're not able to socialize with people on a regular basis. I am telling you, people are going to stop creating content. People have already started to get off of the app. Like a year ago, even 2 years ago, it was really, really great. 2 years ago, if I would have said I'm fixing to do a live stream, I got 1 million followers. It would have been like 33,000 of my followers are active right now. It definitely was never under 10,000. And I just started watching the numbers slowly diminish. And then we would turn around right out here in the streets with our, on TikTok and only have 130. Hey Slim, thank you for my hearts. I only have 131,000. Shout out to and I don't mean only like that, like I'm ungrateful because I know that's still a large account. However, like literally on TikTok, it'll be like 6,500 of your people are active right now. It's a huge difference. It's night and day. It's a ginormous difference. So I have 1/10 of the followers on TikTok, but I have in between 3,000 to 6,000 of the people that are parts of the kingdom active at a time. On Instagram, it floats in between 300 and 1,500. So there's already a huge shift in people leaving the platform because of their discouragement. Thank you, Slim. Y'all follow MVP #1, Slim Gord in the building. Slim, I need to call you. #2, Janelle Nail Tech Business. #3, I Pray Shop in the building. Special shout out to Glorious Locks and Lady Thompson. Special shout out to them. Thank you for all my little heart kisses. They're still going.
Let's put it on their hands.
Oh, did I miss it? So long story long, move your people into a Discord, move your people into a Slack, move your people. into a Telegram or a channel. I hit the rematch. I hit the star match.
Y'all double tap, family. I'm gonna tell you right now.
All right, y'all. Last story that we're gonna go through tonight, and when we finish this, we're about a battle, and then we'll come up. We'll let people sound off. Let me get the graphic. This is for all of you people that love chicken wings. Okay, this is for all of y'all. This is for all of y'all. You love chicken wings. You want to eat chicken, every day, sometimes 3 times a day. All right. This is what your chicken wings are doing, okay? Specifically if they coming from Tyson. So this was wild. So there started being reports and articles coming out last week about a week and a half ago about Tyson chicken. So Tyson chicken is releasing 87 billion gallons of toxic waste into the U.S. rivers and lakes. Okay. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Okay. You don't want no polluted rivers and lakes. Okay. Out here from Tyson chicken. What is crazy is they have 41 plants across 17 states. Okay. 41 plants across 17 states, y'all. This is enough chemicals that they are releasing to fill up 3 Olympic-sized pools every hour. On the hour. Y'all heart puff me and scroll down and heart puff my partners. Heart puff me, going to Sexy Wives Live and heart puff them. Thank you, Riri. Thank you, Content Hub. Thank you, Vogue Room. Thank you, Queen Nisha 11. Thank you, Lady Thompson. Thank you, Janelle. Thank you, Rose Goddess. Thank you, I Pray Shop. Thank you, Scene Stiller. Thank you, Glorious Locks. Thank you, I Pray Shop. Thank you, Two String Queen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bam. Y'all got it that time, okay? But I just want y'all to think about this. I want y'all to think about 3 Olympic-sized pools of chemicals every hour. Y'all want to know what type of chemicals they're putting in the water? Y'all want to know? Okay. Cyanide. Okay, look, I thought it would be fun. Okay. We're going to Google the dangers of cyanide. Because they out here putting it, baby, all in the water. I said, my God. Okay. In large doses, the body's ability to change cyanide into thiocyanate is overwhelmed. Large doses of cyanide prevent cells from using oxygen, and eventually these cells die. The heart, respiratory system, and the central nervous system are the most susceptible to cyanide poisoning. I'd already told you 1 out of every 2 little black kids in America have asthma because they're allowed to release so many chemicals out here. Y'all want to know what else they're dumping directly into the water? Oil. Now, y'all know oil is not good for the little chickens and the little fish and the little chipmunks and the little squirrels and all the little wildlife and the little deer and carrying on that are out there in the creeks and in the rivers and the lakes, okay? Do y'all remember the commercials when we were little kids and they would show, y'all remember they would be out there saving the ducks with the dumb dishwashing liquid and rubbing the oil, on them so they could go out here and be free again? And we already know the dangers of oil when they're sitting up in your body. And this is not even edible oil, okay? This is on the chemical side. Okay, so whenever oil is spilled into an aquatic environment, it can actually harm the organisms that live around the water. It can also harm the organisms that are on the surface and that live under the water. It also can damage the food chain, including like human food sources, your actual plants, right? And we all know that it's several destructors on our body. Okay, now what else is in this water? What else is in the water, you ask me? Blood and feces is in the water too. Baby, you can't escape it, okay? They said they want you to drink ish and die. That's what they said. That's what they said. I was like, this is out of control, y'all. And they've been doing this for 6 years. The chemicals that are in that they're putting in the water are actually linked to cancer. They're linked to all kinds of blood disorders. They are linked to thyroid disease. They are linked to brain defects in children as well. Yeah. In the meantime, though, I need y'all to give it up for our number 1 2-string queen. Our number 2, Jimica. Number 3, Janae. Okay. Our top 3 in the kingdom, MVP, Janelle Nail Tech Business. Number 2, Vogue Room LLC. Number 3, Lady Thompson in the building. Okay. Shout out. Follow our top 3. Follow our top 3. Y'all out of here for the evening? Love you too. Hey boo, check y'all's DM. Okay. All right, good night. Bye, Odie. All right. Now y'all, this is out of control. Okay, they out here across 17 states: Nebraska, Illinois, Missouri. Okay, Arkansas, Texas. Baby, they out here doing it big across the United States. They said, you're going to get this wastewater and you're going to like it. Okay, let me open up the panel. Y'all know how we do. First of all, baby, that was great on the battles. Okay, y'all was working together. Y'all worked that out. Okay, baby, they just out here. They just dumping. They just out here just dumping. All right, but what I need y'all to do is, if you got commentary, okay, about what we've covered tonight, the IRS using AI in all of our bank accounts, just because they're trying to see if someone's being non-compliant. If you want to talk about Meta saying you finna pay them 45, and I'll be honest, y'all, with the fact that you're a mega feature, or what they call it, the super featured account for people that are 350 compared to people that are 120. Realistically, if you're paying $45 a month, I don't think that you're really going to see that much of a bump. Like, I mean, you're going to have more reach than, of course, the people that are not paying, but this is insane. Okay. And then the fact that Tyson chicken is just out here, poisoning all of us. 87 billion tons of chemical waste, and the company makes so much money. They don't care about paying them fines. That's just a cost of business. They look at that like a processing account. Okay. Out of control.
Tyson, why Tyson?
Baby, make you feel weird about eating them little chicken nuggets, don't it?
That's like the number one kids meal that we go to, like bars, the little little snack and stuff when they got food is ready, before the food is ready and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And the IRS, I just got my hand on my hip, just shaking my head. They just always got to be up to something.
Baby, they out here, they roll like the mob.
The MOB for real. And shout out to the kingdom. Y'all showed up and showed out.
And did.
Like I said. And strategically, the way y'all came together and sniped that thing up, down, and had them spinning all around.
Baby, that was beautiful because they tried to fight back. I saw the bar go, shoot, shoot. I was like, oh, snap.
Y'all did. Pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew. 22.
The Rose Goddess asks, will Meta still be free?
Technically, but also if you have like a regular account, I mean, they're just letting you know they're not going to be pushing your content. You're going to be suppressed. And y'all know they've been trying to deny it. All of us have been talking about forever how the algorithm has changed. There are so many people that are losing followers, people losing views, people posting, and their content already is not making any, not going anywhere. I've even advised you guys at this point, just create reels with them and carousel posts, because those seem to be the only two things that they're pushing, and they're still not being pushed. Though is the way that your reach was before with your organic audience, so the fact that people can pay, because you got to think about how many people. Let me see if I can find a quick stat on it. on Google about how many people are paying for it to be verified right now.
I don't know why they started that. I wish they would have just let it do like how people were in the past. After you have such an amount, or however it went down, then you got to verify it. But now you can have 2 followers. It seems like, and you ready to get verified, and you have to check.
Let's see. It says, as of February 2023, Bank of America analysts estimated that Meta Verified could have 12 million subscribers by the end of 2023 or early 2024. And they think it's projected to generate $1.7 billion in revenue for Meta just this year alone, for 2024 alone. Let's see. And then they queried, and 50% of U.S. respondents that are in between the ages of 18 and 24 were not likely to sign up for Meta Verified. And they got 18% that were very likely. So long story long, I feel like you're going to have a bunch. It's going to turn into a B2B platform. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess they're morphing into LinkedIn without knowing it, because I'm telling you, like, regular people and like true artists and content creators, they are going to flee. They're already fleeing away. You know what I'm saying? They're already getting away from the app. So I can only imagine that if you are not willing to pay, $120 a month or $350 a month to have your content be unsuppressed, that for a lot of people, they will find that unattractive. You said Facebook is king right now? How so? Come up and explain that to me.
I can say, where did you get that from?
Child, y'all just say anything.
In the meantime, you got any plans for Mother's Day?
Baby, ain't no mama. I bought gifts for the mamas around me.
I'm not talking about like your mom.
She said she just want to chill. You know her number's down, so we can't go outside either.
I was just asking.
What you doing for Mother's Day? You a mama. What you doing?
Well, my baby was already here. She had to go back home. She's in the military, so I kind of had my Mother's Day early already.
So you gonna be chilling?
I wonder why he didn't come up. I would have loved to hear this explanation as well.
Right, because baby, I'm waiting to hear it. I need to know.
You know something we don't.
It's only like 50% of, like, they call it like this called youth abandonment that happened on Facebook. And so a lot of people that are young, like over 50% of teens don't even have Facebook on their phones. They're not using it. They don't use it.
Oh wow. You said like that's 50%?
Mm-hmm. They do not use the platform like that. They over it.
Happy early Mother's Day to you, Kelly. If you're a mom, happy early Mother's Day to all the moms out here.
All the mommies.
Whether you're a mom or whether you're a influence in somebody's life, shout out to y'all as well. You're welcome.
Y'all know they have an issue with content creators too whenever they stop paying people. I kept moving the goalposts. My niece just started using it and she's 18 years old. Facebook will continue to be inspiring. Do you work for Mark Zuckerberg?
Maybe he do. Maybe he do.
Let's take a quick poll in the room. If you're in here and you use Facebook daily, if you're a daily Facebook user, give me the smiley face. If you do not use Facebook daily, give me the frowny face. If you use it daily, red. If you don't use it every day, give me the blue. Let's see. Let's see what the room has to say. I mean, it ain't looking too hot for daily use of Facebook.
We ain't talking about like just going in there, popping in and saying, hey, it's talking about like actually using it.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that there's not money to be made on Facebook, because there is. Hey, Jada, Facebook does have an older demographic. Older people typically have more expendable income. But Facebook is also not really designed for you to meet new people. Facebook is designed for you to expand off of your current network. And what I mean by that, like whatever friends and family you have, or like a friend of a friend kind of sharing the content or the information with you, or because they're commenting on it, it may show up in your timeline. And the way that they change the algorithm really is trash, because there are a lot of friends and family that I literally have to go and search to see them now. If I don't search for them, they won't show up in my timeline. And it's wild.
Y'all keep saying Facebook is king, but what's your explanation of why?
Right. You can come over and tell me why Facebook is king, because my data and my numbers and my research don't show that that's the case. You said Facebook is amazing? Was. A lot of us has been with Facebook from the beginning. We over it. I got my Facebook page when I was a freshman in college. And back in the day, Facebook used to be really amazing. But the fact that they've made it where your reach is suppressed, even inside of like the groups now, or like for instance, sometimes y'all ask me to DM y'all on Instagram or Facebook, and the reason I can't is because y'all have to message me first so that I can stay in compliance. If I'm out of compliance, they'll shut your account down. You said Facebook is going to get huge when TikTok is banned. You think so? If that's the case, wouldn't it be huge right now? You don't think people will go to Twitch? You don't think people will go back to YouTube? You don't think people will migrate to Bigo or to Snapchat? Because a lot of people are already taking their TikTok audiences over to Bigo. They've been doing that for the past few months. I feel like people that feel like Facebook is going to be huge again are people that are abusive. Kind of like, have you ever seen an abusive boyfriend or abusive girlfriend, and like they do really, really crappy stuff to you, and then they're like, well, when they don't work out with their new relationship, or when they get out here and nobody else wants them, they're gonna have to come running back to me. I feel like that's how the Zuckerberg thinks. It's not gonna happen like that. It's not gonna happen like that. I'm for real. It's a personality type. That's what they remind me of. It's like a boyfriend that gives you a plate of snakes and then looks at you and is like, "Why don't you love me?" And it's like, "Because you gave me a plate of snakes." Or like you ask for some Ritz crackers and then he keeps bringing you saltines, and he's like, "Why aren't you happy? I bring you crackers every day because these aren't the crackers I wanted. I asked for Ritz. You keep bringing me saltines." Two totally different crackers.
You're right. Nah, he looking at it as a cracker is a cracker. It don't matter what type. Yeah, it do.
You're right. It does. I'm asking you for something and you won't give it to me. That's how that works. You said that's annoying. I'm just saying, like, the older, now this is the thing, when people get locked into a social media platform, they don't like to leave that social media platform that they're locked into. So the reality of the situation is, your old heads that are on Facebook, they're going to stay on Facebook until, they're decrepit and their fingers don't work anymore and their eyes don't work anymore. They're not going to move. And that's not just with Facebook, that's with all platforms. That's how the people are. They get to their platform and they like it and they stay. But I mean, a lot of y'all in here have business accounts and you've had business accounts for years. So if you try and switch over, you're not going to automatically be unsuppressed. You're still going to be suppressed. So basically, if you want your content to be seen, baby, you got to go integrate this into your monthly marketing budget. Because y'all do realize that Meta is not just Facebook and Instagram. They also own WhatsApp and Telegram and the other audience networks. And whenever you want to advertise and promote on different things, baby, you got to go through them too.
Ooh, there you have it, ladies and gents. Y'all out there in the hallway. I hope y'all are.
Hey, Brown Eyes. And then they lost a lot of money because they lost a ton of advertisers when all this stuff happened with iOS. When they went through all the iOS compliance. And then y'all remember, I don't know if y'all know this, they're still in litigation right now because of the built-in racism into their algorithm, and that Facebook like particularly likes to silence creators of color, and that they specifically know that there are people on these like troll farms that are out here rage baiting and race baiting and all kinds of other stuff, gender baiting, and that they don't put anything to stop them in the parameters. That's a whole thing too. Yeah, so they got a lot of stuff going on. And then they had a lot of advertisers that just stopped advertising because literally if I'm spending, tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands on a regular basis on the actual ads account and I'm not getting in return, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to stop running ads. Facebook is rich. No one's denying that Facebook, are you talking about Zuckerberg? You saying Facebook is rich?
He must be talking about Zuckerberg.
I mean, nobody's saying that Zuckerberg isn't rich, but a lot of people, like sometimes you have a season. I mean, he had a pretty good run at it. And the way his business model is tyrannical. He literally has always, if there's another app that came on the scene, if he can't buy them or create, well, first of all, he tries to see if he can create the technology to match them. Then if he can't create the technology to match them, then he tries to buy them. Y'all do remember that there used to be like this little app called Vine. How you think we got Instagram stories? No, stories came from Snapchat. We got the videos on Instagram from Vine. And back in the day, when you first got a video on Instagram, it was only like 15 seconds. Then they expanded it to 60 seconds. But that came because of Vine. And then they wanted to rub out Periscope because Periscope was growing really, really fast and taking out their market share. That's when they gave everybody live stream capabilities. Facebook, all their live stream capabilities are always there, but you had to be a politician or an athlete or like a public figure. You had to basically be like a celebrity to be able to use them. And a lot of them were not using Periscope. Periscope gave live streaming to everybody. Y'all remember Facebook started rolling out whole entire football commercials and everything. They tried to take out Snapchat with the stories and the filters, and it didn't work. It hurt their market share, but it didn't take them out. Because remember, they offered to buy Snapchat, I think, for $3 billion. And the creators of Snapchat said they would rather die before they gave, I'm not supposed to say that word on here, but basically they was like, baby, they'd rather be up out of here before they give it over to Mark Zuckerberg. But that's how we got the stories with all the cute filters and all of that stuff. So, I mean, this is not not the tomato. I'm just keeping it a buck. So this is not, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is their behavior. This is not unexpected from them. This is their behavior pattern. And they've tried everything with TikTok and they can't get rid of TikTok. And y'all remember TikTok's name was Musical.ly before it changed to TikTok. So I'm just trying to tell y'all out here in the streets, and we got reels, right? Because TikTok was obsessed. Because Instagram is obsessed with TikTok. So that's why they started dropping reels and why they're pushing the algorithms for reels. Because y'all know they had that stupid remix feature on Instagram. How many videos do y'all really see on Instagram where they're using remix? And they're always sending notifications. You want to respond to this comment with a video? You can do it here. You can try it here, and nobody does it. People will do it or stitch here on TikTok and turn around and repost it and put it on Instagram, and it drives Instagram nuts. Even how you would take a video off of TikTok and it would have the TikTok watermark on it. Y'all, with Instagram, you could take that video. They just started putting watermarks. Before then, you could take the Instagram video and put it anywhere. Malcolm said post for biz only, but the reach is terrible. Exactly. So you might as well go and pay this $350 a month, Malcolm, so you can get unsuppressed, baby, and you can get pushed across the scene. Hey, 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 hey. Who paying that 120? You ain't paying it. Y'all better start building up those individual pages.
The future is here, y'all. It's giving you a glimpse. It is giving you a glimpse. I'm on TikTok, y'all.
Oh.
Hey, Miss Incredible.
Oh, sorry, that's it.
Did I miss it? But yeah, that's it. So pay that money. If you're not gonna pay it, you might as well start building on another platform, and that's that. That's that.
And if you have any questions or you're not sure how to go about that, I would recommend you click the link in the bio of the Feminine Millionaire. And once you get there, you will click on the link and you will scroll down to the free 99. So where it will start you well on your way to how to, depending on what you're doing, it'll help you start building your business the correct way. Just click the link in the bio.
All of that. Now, one thing I will say, if y'all haven't, I'd always y'all know I'd have told you you're supposed to have enough money to survive for a year in your house, okay? Or if it's not, it's echoing. Am I echoing or is Riri echoing?
Is it echoing now? Because I had put myself on mute.
Not now.
Does it echo when I come off of mute or when I be?
Is Riri okay? Riri, I'm gonna drop you down and then I'm just pull you right back up. It should fix it.
Okay, cool.
Okay. And then y'all know how we go. Anybody can come in and converse on these topics. But while I'm bringing Riri back up, I've always told y'all, anybody that's been following me for years can attest to this. I've always told you need to have a jump bag in the house, okay? Not only do you need to have a jump bag in the house, okay? you also should have enough money. They say 6 months. No, you need to be able to make it to a year. I've always told y'all that y'all should be loaded up with that, and y'all need to have a fair amount of mid-size and small bills at the end of the day if you want to be able to have discretion with your transactions. I also told y'all this was coming. I think it was like not last year but the year before when they started making it illegal to do transactions. I think there were over $1,000 over in the UK. And I was like, this is insane. I was like, wow. I was like, this is nuts. I was like, they're really working to make us a cashless society so that they're able to exercise total control over everybody. Y'all, I read the opinion, okay? And y'all, this was a unanimous opinion by the Supreme Court. Okay, unanimous. But they basically gave the IRS, they said they're not required to notify a third party that is not under investigation in order to obtain a summons of even someone else, which is insane. And then the IRS was just like, well, yeah, we're using artificial intelligence because we're trying to identify indicators of non-compliance. So they already are in and out of your accounts. Okay. They're looking at your accounts. They're looking at your financial information, and financial information is everything from credit card statements to your monthly payments to, what you're doing on extracurriculars. If it's coming through that account, if there's some type of digital footprint on it, baby, they're looking at it. They're looking at your Cash Apps. They're looking at your PayPal. So some of y'all be out here thinking you trying to outslit the government and you don't want to have, an actual payment processor, or you don't want to have an invoicing system, and you want to be out here telling people, just cash at me because you think you're getting by with it, and you're not. You're not. They are all up in it, and they're trying to catch you up. Okay, so they can turn around and issue an audit on you. And what I tell y'all, black people are what 4.7 times more likely to be audited than non-black taxpayers.
You sure did.
And that's according to the Treasury Department. We got a problem. We got a problem, okay? We got a whole problem out here in these streets. I don't know how they're able to do all of this illegal stuff all the time. It's crazy. And then Joe Biden was like, oh, we're going to hire an additional 87,000 IRS agents because we got to generate all this additional money because we need it to fund all of our, y'all know what we need to fund. I can't, child. Oh.
The stories he tells. The stories he tells.
Shout out to all the Biden bunnies. Maybe some of y'all love y'all some Joe Biden. Y'all go off then. Go off with your bad self.
Don't know Biden bunnies. So y'all don't know.
And baby, they was complaining whenever they had all them holdups with their refund checks this year, and a lot of people's refund checks got cut. Some of y'all that was used to getting $5,000-$6,000 back was only getting $1,200-$1,300 back this year.
Don't talk about it.
Some of y'all went from getting $3,000 or $4,000 back to getting $300 or $400 back. You got back less, and they took longer to pay you.
I'm with you on that. I agree with you.
It still didn't fix the echo. Are you on Bluetooth, Riri?
Maybe my volume up too loud or something.
Not really. I don't think it should be.
Is it better now? So maybe I need to just be on mute, and then, like when you talk, it came back. It came back when I said Biden bunny. Then it TikTok. Look. Okay. We're just having a conversation. That's all.
Baby, look, I ain't got too much conversation. I'd have said what I had to say. I'd have gave y'all the opinions. I broke down the lawsuit with the top 3 things that you need to know about it. As far as the findings from the Supreme Court, I'd have told you that they out here in AI all up in your business, okay? I'd have told y'all Tyson over here putting all kinds of cancer in the water. They out here dumping cyanide and feces and chloride and oil and all this stuff across 17 states. 87 billion gallons of waste, okay? I'd have said what I had to say on business tea, and I'd have told you, baby, go ahead, and if you're going to stay on a Meta platform, go ahead and work that $45 or $120 or $350 if you balling per month into your budget for marketing and advertising, because Meta is going to continue to suppress your content. So I've said what I need to say, baby. The rest is up to y'all, and if y'all ain't got nothing else to say, honey, because after midnight, I'm going to get on down.
I want to say shout out to the mods. Shout out to the mods. You know, and for a playback for those, and I ain't trying to be funny. If you make $1,000 a month, that means you need to save up $12,000 for the year. If you make $2,000, $24,000, and so on. We'd rather be safe than sorry. Than be sorry that we wasn't safe.
Just like that. How do you feel about Mighty Networks? I know a lot of people use Mighty Networks and they like it. I've never used it extensively enough to be able to give anybody an opinion about Mighty Networks. People ask me about them all the time. Like I said, I know probably like 2 or 3 people that use it and have stuck with it. You know, I probably would have to ask them what their opinion is over Mighty Networks, but baby, I can't call it. I can't tell you. All I can tell you is that you better have some cash on hand in the house. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You said at the end of the day, AI is here to stay and people really need to get more conscious. Yeah, because they have a couple of AI tools where they generate like fake humans to sell your stuff. All you have to do is drop a link from an Amazon store or a Shopify store, and it will create an ad selling your stuff. with someone that looks like a real human being that's walking and talking, but it's an AI. It's nuts out here. So I have it. I like it so far. But I'm considering Slack and Discord now. If it's working for you, baby, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? Like different strokes for different folks. Everybody has different softwares that they're into or different things that give them, an advantage when it comes to their business.